So I'm just gonna have a look here. I have it. Yay. Hey. I know, how weird is this? How weird is this for me to be going live on a Wednesday afternoon? Like, what? Oh, that is not a good color. Oops. Oh well. Anyways, point being, this is something new that I'm going to be doing for you guys. I'm going to be actually hopping on once a week to do the questions. Let's just turn that to do all the questions that you guys are specifically asking. Some of them will be from this group and some of them will not be from this group. Today I decided to, I had seen somebody asking this question about what the heck do I do about sibling rivalry. She had explained to me that she is completely at her wit's end with it. Like at this point, she's ready to sell both of them to the highest bidder, which we've all been there and done that. We get that she's kidding. And she needs all the tips. She has a 5 and a 2 3/4 year old, 3 in June. Both are boys. Don't jump to the stereotype because girls fight too. Don't kid yourself. And they've been resorting to being physical with each other, punching, hitting, pinching, etc. And the 5-year-old deals with big emotions and screams too. And he started to lash out at me with hitting, pinching, kicking, etc. Okay, so for those of you that may not know me or are new to the group, yay! I am Auntie Corina, and I am a parenting support coach with over 30 years of experience, including 15 plus years in a licensed family daycare in my home, having raised over 83 kids. I spent my life learning about kids. I'm a natural kid whisperer, studying, reading books, just being really involved and very aware and always wanting to learn more from them. So I'm here to give that all to you. So what the frank are you going to do when your kids are at each other's throats? And I think for the most part, this works for everyone. First off, don't hop in. Don't instantly react. I want you to give your kids an opportunity to kind of figure it out for themselves. Now, we're going to go back to this, but let's just start with, let's say your kids are younger. Start with teaching them turn taking, which may seem as obvious as the nose on your face, but if you're anything like me and you look at the nose on your face, you can't see it, right? So I'm here just to remind you. When you teach turn taking, you can say, this is Joey's turn, and Joey, when you're done in 5 minutes, then it's going to be your brother's or your sister's turn. So that's a really good thing to encourage, and make sure you follow through if you need to use your timer. I love my phone for that. It's great. It's always at hand, and when they hear the little chime, they know their turn is up. Do give them a little bit of a heads up that that's happening. Hey, only 1 minute left before it's your brother's turn or your sister's turn. It's a great way for kids to realize that it's not an infinite amount of time. And especially if you've got children with ADHD or are having other challenges, even just actually any kid, forget it. You don't need to have a kid with challenges. Any kid, time is really uncertain when they're small. So give them a time that they can understand. They'll be a lot more patient, a lot less likely to resort to using their kids as, using their sibling as a whack-a brother, or having a meltdown and deciding that they're going to chew on somebody to get the toy they want. So teaching turn taking with a structured set of time with it is amazing. Trust me, I put out so many potential World War 7 and to 11 with all those kids that I helped raise with the daycare by doing that very thing. Okay, let's teach. Another thing we can teach is to teach children to say, I feel. You may go, but they're only 2, like this mom was saying. My one son's 5, the other one's 2 3/4. But you know what? You can start this. You don't have to, it's not going to be all in one day, but you could say, I feel angry. Show them your face. I feel mad that they took my toy. I want it now. Or I feel mad because I want that toy and I can't have it now. It's a great way to teach your kids to start to attune to those feelings. And especially if they're boys, because girls are much more naturally just attuned to that. It's a great thing to start teaching them at a young age, because the way men are expected to act nowadays is changing. And one of the things that we can do to help them through that process is to teach them I feel statements. It's incredibly important for all children to learn their feelings and understand them and begin to have names for them. So it's our job. We start teaching them one step at a time. If you have questions while I'm doing this, or even catch on the replay later, make sure you jot them down, because I do want to answer them. And if I can't do it live, I will do it afterwards, and I will come back and check. So don't panic. So teach how to control their temper. Teach your children ways that when they're recognizing they're getting upset, or if you're noticing, you can start teaching them, where they can start, you can see they get agitated, maybe their fists will bunch, they'll get tight. You can say, I can really see that your body's looking like you're getting very angry or you're getting upset. Maybe they start to feel like get watery eyes and they start to tear or red faced. Help them to see that. Say, you look like you're getting really frustrated with that. Let's look at the timer. There's only X minutes left and it's your turn. Would you like to play this while you wait? So teaching your children to maybe do a couple of deep breaths, recognize, walk away. These are all great skills. And I know for many of us, it can be a little daunting when we think we have to do all this stuff. But just remember, even if you just add one tiny thing to what you're already doing, you're going to see big changes. Trust me, I've worked with kids for decades. It's the little stuff that makes the biggest impacts on kids sometimes. It's just incredible. So one of the other things, again, when you start hearing rumblings and grumblings of your kids starting to go at it, like because we're addressing this one, moms, don't get your nose in it. Give your kids an opportunity to start figuring it out. Now, if it gets physical, absolutely, then you need to step in. But if they're maybe yelling and they're doing a little bit of a tug of war, it's okay to let them sort it out, okay? Because we tend to jump in so fast that we don't give kids a chance to sort it out. And I was so guilty of that. When my boys were really small, oh my God, the fights they had. My kid one of them still has a scar on the back of his head from a truck, a little fire engine that he threw at his brother and hit him with because he wanted it. Okay, I've been there. And what I learned over all those years of daycare is that when we monitor without interrupting, we can guide them along the way, but we need to give them opportunity to figure it out. Kids are remarkably intelligent. We don't give them enough credit for how incredibly smart these little stinkers are. All right. What else? Let's do a no blame game. We are not going to blame anybody for who started this, because that just starts making, let's say, the younger kid going, ha ha, because they got the big brother in trouble, or the big brother going, ha, got you, little brother. So we're not going to do the blame game. We can just start doing a blanket. Looks like you guys are having trouble with this. Let's see if we can come up with a solution together. Let's figure out how we can do this together. That's a great way to get in there. And when they've gotten to that point that it's a problem, they're not sorting it out, things are going to escalate and you can smell it. You know your kids so well that you're going to recognize when it's going to go from mine, 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 mine to, right? So then you can step in and you can kind of teach them the skills to sort it out. Did somebody have it first and wasn't done their turn? Was somebody in the middle playing a story with their items and we're just like not ready to give it up because they're right in the middle of something? Was somebody had just tossed it to the side and then said, oh, but I'm not finished with it? These are the kind of things that you can help your kids to wade through without picking sides, okay? Just in reference to that one that they put it to the side and they really were done with it. But then when they see somebody wants it also and they need it, I always used to say to the kids, when you put it aside like that, that means it's ready for somebody else to play. Maybe next time you want to keep it involved in the play that you're doing so that they will know it's not their turn yet. Okay. It can get a little bit, and sometimes we're going to screw it up. Okay. I guarantee you are, even when I was years into daycare, I was still every now and again going to old habits of stop fighting. So it's okay when we make these little mistakes. It's not going to make or break our kids. Trust me. We've already damaged them irreparably by something silly like you can't have the green cup, you can only have the blue cup today. So now that that's out of the way, we're moving forward. All right, let's talk about putting things in one basket. It's kind of like put all the eggs in a basket where you are basically you are requiring them to come up with a communal solution. If that isn't happening, then you can throw into the whole adage of, all your eggs in one basket. So if you two can't find a way to sort this out, to take turns, to give each other space, to whatever it is, then I will have to help you, and this item will have to go away. So nobody gets it. Again, no blame, no pointing fingers, encourages cooperation, because by gum, they want that toy, they want that game, they want that paint, they want whatever it is. If you guys can't find a way to use such and such, kindly or calmly, or take turns, whatever it is, then I'll have to put it away. That way you take their attention away from each other, and it's on the goal together. And that's a great, great positive way to teach cooperation. It teaches negotiation skills. It teaches empathy. It teaches compromise. Hello, winner, winner, chicken dinner. It's the bomb. So I think that that's really the crux of it. When we start giving our kids the tool to teach turn taking, teach them how to I feel, help them identify when they're becoming more upset. They don't know what those feelings are. They just get big feelings that explode. They're little. They don't understand. We have to teach them. When you stay out of it and give them that opportunity to self-regulate, to sort it out, to problem solve, to negotiate, all these wonderful things, amazing skills and gifts you're giving your kids. When you help them to calm their jets, when you teach them about, if they can't figure it out, we're putting all the eggs in one basket, and if you guys can't figure it out, then I'm just going to put this away, and maybe next time you guys can figure out a solution. It again motivates them. That cooperation will get them more than arguing and fighting. So, oh my gosh. And the last thing I want to say is, you need to be fair with your children, not necessarily equal. I'm going to say that again. I want you to be fair with your children, but I don't want it to necessarily be equal, because a 5-year-old can stay up 30 minutes longer than a 2-year-old. The 2-year-old may get the toy that they really want because they're younger and they haven't learned yet. I want you to make sure you are fair, that you take each child's personality and individual needs and the situation at hand and make sure it's fair. Life isn't equal. It's also certainly not fair. However, we can create those building blocks for our kids that are going to take them forward and make them really just super amazing, super individual, super awesome kids that we are just proud to take out anywhere. So that's basically it today. These lives that I'm going to be doing every Wednesday now, I'm so excited, are going to be short and sweet like this. And remember, you can always shoot me a DM. You can always get in touch with me. If you want more and you want really detailed, even more than this, detailed information on how you can sort things out with your kids, you have the option to work with me. It's always there. I'm always available. Shoot me your shiz, because I need to know. If I don't know what's going on with you, I can't help you with it, okay? So that's it for this week for our question of the week. And next week, we will be back at the same time, same station, same bat channel to do this all over again with a fresh new question that I know you're going to get a ton of information off, because you are not the only one going through it. So pass on your questions. Have an amazing day. And remember, be firm, be fair, and love them to bit. I love you. Yes, and be calm. All right, you guys, we will talk to you later. Have a great day, and over and out. Cheers.